Greetings, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about narcissistic smear campaign. So as I had talked about in the last video, the narcissist has to control the narrative. They have to control how others view them, how others see them. And it can be anywhere. It could be at an employer, workplace, could be with a family member, high school. Once you get really good at detecting it, you can feel the fakery. However, I will admit, I still get tricked sometimes because people that are manipulative and very good at putting on a show are very good tricksters. And I just had a realization today. I think one of my weak points as far as being tricked by a narcissist is even online, if I see someone who it seems like they're really kind and caring, that they're loving and gentle, like I can buy the story. And the reason I buy the story is because I want to believe this. So I was and I'm going to make another video about one of the actors with the SPTV, with the protesting. She wasn't even SPTV, honestly. But anyways, so the smear campaign, and it will go into overdrive when they see themselves losing the control. They might be losing control of you and how you are perceived, or the things that you are saying, or they are losing control of how other people see them. And I thought about this the other night when I was recording a different video. That's why you see all these goofy, strange stories on the media. And back in the day, I didn't understand narcissism, but all that publicity and all this. And I don't think every single person who's a celebrity is a narcissist. I know that sounds contrary, but I don't think so. I think some of them are just in their element, like they have to create. And it gives them great pleasure to allow themselves to be the vessel. So aside from that, I want to get back to the smear campaigns. So once they see that everyone else's perceptions are not going to be the facade, the fake story that they are pushing, they will go above and beyond to control it. And there's a lot of different ways that they do this. They love triangulation. Triangulation is one of the primary methods they are going to use in a smear campaign. Henceforth, you're going to see like videos coming out on YouTube. I did do what I was supposed to do. I'm innocent. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm an angel. Don't you see my halo? Everybody loves me. I love puppies. You know what I mean? Even though that's just part of the smear campaign is where they're controlling the narrative, but the smearing comes in when they start to attack you or attack people that you love, attack characteristics about you attack your workplace, but the ultimate goal of a smear campaign is to make you look bad to the rest of the world, and in certain situations, it's more important to the narcissist that you look bad to your brother, to your mother, to your father, to your high school principal, to your professors, to your employer, to your mechanic, to your neighbors. You know, it just depends on the exact situation. But the goal is they need you to look really bad to other people. It's one form of control that a narcissist uses. Sometimes it can be extremely vindictive. Like, for example, a husband that knows his wife is going to leave him, she's filed for divorce, he will make sure to do everything to get her fired from her job. Because the only way that the narcissist can look good in their own mind, because it's so warped, is to make you look like the bad guy. You have to look desperate, like a bum, an adulteress, a bad mother, whatever it is. And there's various ways people can smear you. They can write emails to your boss. This actually happened to me. I don't know if I explained this. It was crazy. It was really psychopath crazy. And the cops got called, and it was craziness. And then they want to get, if it's a more family-oriented narcissist, like somebody in your family, they want to make sure that they cover every base, every person that you have a good, positive relationship with. Because then they look like a good person and you look like no good. And that's what the smear campaign is for. I believe a lot of and obviously I don't watch the news. I haven't watched the news in 30 years. It's probably even longer now, like a long time. I do share news stories regarding Scientology, but I do not watch the news at all. So, but it reminded me, like, the news stories that you hear where, like, let's say a politician gets disgraced. Well, and that's all about blackmail and stuff like that. But it's to change how people see that person. I'm just sitting here thinking if I could remember a time when someone smeared me. Oh, of course, it's happened a lot of times. I remember one time I had an experience with a family member who, without getting into too much detail, when I would go to see this family member, all of her friends would I'm really very friendly person, and I was like, oh, hey, what's going on? real friendly to all her friends. And none of them would say anything to me. They were really nasty. And I thought, what the heck, and I'm no longer in contact with that person, but it took me many years to figure out what's going on. So she was smearing me to her friends. It's so diabolical. It's so diabolical. And what motivates them is just complete insecurity. Why would anyone go out of their way to smear other people unless they're insecure inside? It's cruel, it's diabolical, it's lack of empathy. Well, we've seen headlines. Like, one celebrity that we can all agree has been smeared to the hilt, and it's actually beyond smearing, but Britney Spears. It's really awful what has happened to her. It is illegal, immoral, unethical, cruel, and more. But, I guess I could think of different experiences I had when I was younger in working various administrative jobs where things like that happened. Back then I didn't know what was narcissism, but like, especially women, they would gossip about me. Anyone who's doing a lot of gossiping, like I don't mean like, I think all of us do a little bit of like the gossiping about what's going on, let's say with P. Diddy or something like that, and we're just curious about what's going on, and there's no maliciousness to it. You don't have some kind of motive to hurt someone. Whereas a person who's like a true gossip, usually, I don't know. Like a real super gossipy person usually has maliciousness in their heart, because it's like they want to spread rumors about people and talk about people behind their back, and that's smearing. I learned at a certain age, just to mind my business and not get involved in other, like workplace gossip stories. And I actually was kind of almost to the extreme. I did that because I felt like I don't want to get sucked into this stuff, But you can never win. It's like if you withdraw yourself too much in a workplace situation, then they label you and they want to talk about you like, oh, she's no fun, or, whatever it is. But then if you get too involved, then you're always caught up in some crap. Always. You always will be. So I was just thinking about this situation I had when I was in college. Now that one really can be considered smearing. I had an issue with one of my professors, but that really wasn't a smear. As a heterosexual woman, I found that just happened to me throughout my life with women. I don't know, that's a whole really deep subject, but I think when you're talking about a complete smear campaign to ruin someone, like what we're seeing in the SBTV world, that is just evil and darkness. Complete evil. Complete evil. Where you want to completely destroy someone. Like, what kind of psyche wants to destroy other people like that? If a person is has really good, healthy self-esteem and is confident in their own abilities, confident in who they are, they wouldn't have any need to go around smearing other people. And I've noticed too in systems. I'm really interested in like organizational systems. I have been for a while. And you start to see the bigger picture, and you see that a lot of systems actually build in narcissism into their system. Like when your manager comes up to you, we're concerned about you. Man, I'm telling you guys, when you start hearing that, you should probably start looking for a new job. Trust me on that one. But why I bring that up is because it's related to smearing. Because to make a person feel inadequate and bad about themselves, not up to par, not a good worker, not smart or whatever, it's always to make you feel less than. Smear campaigns are to make you feel less than. And I do think our societies really encourage all this behavior. I was thinking about this the other day. I like to kind of dip out as much as I can from it. Trying to think of a good example of a smear campaign. Well, you know what? As far as that goes, when you really think about it, the so-called justice system, which to me is a big farce, thrives on smearing people. And I think the lawyers that you see smearing usually are the ones working for the evil side, the dark side, the people committing heinous crimes. Because those kind of lawyers are soulless. They have no soul. And it's not just the lawyers, it's whomever is involved in that kind of bad, evil, dark, diabolical behavior. Birds of a feather. In fact, I would go so far to say dirty police officers that bring false charges on innocent people, it's kind of like a smear campaign. I mean, like if somebody gets arrested for something they didn't do, that's on their record for life. For life. So when a person goes to try to get a job or buy a house or whatever, that's going to be on their record. I mean, honestly, in a sense, it goes further than smearing. But anytime you try to put a false charge on a person who's innocent, that's smearing. And as I said, it goes beyond smearing. So I guess I'm going to end it there. I hope this was beneficial to you guys. For some reason, all my narcissist videos, I'm not getting as many views. So I know this channel is kind of different. I mean, I've got a lot of Scientology stuff. And my narcissism videos were getting 500 to 600 views, and now they're only at 20 or 30. I mean, I could be getting throttled. But I do hope that you guys enjoy this. I'm going to keep on with the narcissism. I've got another one in mind. I want to do narcissistic red flags. And I'm going to do a whole bunch of them because there's so many. But I want it to be a little more organized. So everyone have a good day or good night wherever you are. Peace.